Hi, hello, namaste. This is Kavitalata Kadireshan. Welcome to Smart Thoughts. Online classes have started, schools have reopened, and there is much tension among teachers and parents to engage the students virtually. So today, my session would be on engaging the students effectively, or rather making an online class more interactive. So this is very useful for teachers and all the coaches who are dealing with the students. I shall give you crisp tips with 5 important notes, and that would really make your online class a very interactive one. Tip number 1, that is use names in the classroom. Teacher ought to know the name of a child. So please do memorize the names of the children, or it is visually displayed on their ID. Use the name. To start the class, you start some brainstorming session. So try to make use of the names of the children and call them one by one, because every name has magic and every child has a unique story behind naming him, especially in countries like India. So his name, the sound of his name is the sweetest sound what he or she hears. So let us call the children by names. This is number 1. That makes them more alert. Tip number 2 is, when you are designing your lesson plan, you see that you meet learning needs of all the learners, that is the auditory learners, visual learners, kinesthetic learners, and the read and write learners. For example, I would go with one topic like pollution. For a visual learner, let us make one PPT, presentation, and do the presentation. So all these visual learners will be mostly focused on this. Now, like interactive presentations are more taking attention from the students, and such videos will be really good. MENTIMETer is one tool which can be used to make an interactive presentation. The advantage here, when we compare to a traditional presentation, is here we can add quizzes, questions, slides, and some sort of gamified quiz boxes, so children can immediately respond back to the teacher. Interaction is possible. You want to pose a question, you can just give a poll question and you can ask the children to just give yes or no. So it pops up on the screen, every child starts answering. So this keeps them involving with the teacher. So that is one thing where this presentation can be even more lively by adding some flow charts or graphic organizers and even mind maps, etc. So using interactive presentations like MENTIMETer tools is very important to make the visual learners more attentive. Then coming to your auditory learners. So after giving your concept development, you can just check for the reinforcement. Then you can just give them a chat box, give a question and ask everybody to respond in the chat box or raise a hand. So these who are more towards listening, they are keen in listening and they generally respond back in a moment. And the third is the kinesthetic learners. You can use some sort of experiments or small household things to make some innovative methods. These children will manipulate the things and they come out with a lot of expression and energy. So let them speak in the interactive class. And once again, we have the children who are more into the read and write practice. So read and write practice, you can ask them to read out the textbook or find out the meaning of something or underline some things and tell you. So like this, or gist of the lesson, or once recapitulate the important points. So our learning strategies should include these 4 types of learners. And again I emphasize, interactive presentation is one such a wonderful tool which grabs the attention of all the learners. And tip number 3 would be using positive vocabulary. That is, always give the suggestions in a positive manner. For example, we always listen, mute yourself, do not turn on the mute button unless I ask. So instead of using do not, not, no, we can say, children, if you are on mute, the lesson would be even more interesting. Children, let us all follow the norm. that let us keep on mute till the teacher asks for. So use positive vocabulary and build golden norms or rules for the virtual class. That is rule number 3. So building norms with positive vocabulary in the classroom. That is very, very important, because positive terminology always impresses a child. Then comes number 4, voice modulation of a teacher. This is very, very important. Teacher voice and modulation matters a lot in online classes, because in a physical class the body language and the teacher's eye contact will be observed mainly by the student. But here the voice modulation only seeks the attention. For example, Arun, why are you not here? Why are you not answering me? May I expect an answer from you, Arun? This can be an interesting appeal to make a child, Arun, to answer back. Instead, very monotonously, Arun, come on, answer me. So that is a very steady voice. So modulations of teachers are really important in online classes. And last, the tip number 5 is always stay positive and empathetic. Children are children. Do not expect them to raise above standards in overnight. We have to do the efforts patiently, and our patience and persistent efforts will grab the attention. If a teacher applies these 5 simple tips, your class would be more interesting and interactive. Trust me and try it. If you want to have such more information from me, please do subscribe and like my video. If you have some queries, please give in comment section so that I will be making video on that and help you. Thank you.